fly in my bill. You're the key that got lost. You're the letter from Jesus on the bathroom wall. Your mother's superior with only a bra. You're the same, you're the same, you're the same kind of man as me. You're the same kind of man as me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, October 22nd edition. On this wonderful, joyous occasion, the week before Halloween, our good friend and soulmate, Miss Katie Simone, returns to us.
Hi, everybody.
Kevin filled in for you last week.
That's right, he did.
And we had a good talk about Nirvana's Nevermind. You just never mind you. So anyway, so Katie is back. So how you been, Katie?
I've been great. Wonderful.
What's going on with Pink Floyd? I told everybody that you were hitting the road with the Pink Floyd tribute act.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
Not right now, at least.
Okay, so that's how that's going. Okay, let's talk about our sponsor then. Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine, pplmag.com. Pittsburgh's first internet radio, TV, network, online community magazine, and business directory. You can listen, watch, download, receive emails with the latest audio, video, and audio and video created by the members of the community.
What about video?
And maybe audio. First we'll go to England, and then we'll go to Britain. You can read articles and get coupons. You can find businesses. So if there's like something you're interested in, there's all kind of great educational stuff on here, from like how to publish your own books, stuff on cardiological health, all kind of just great programming here on the network. If you have your own wares to peddle, you've got something you want to talk about to the entire world, like maybe a podcast like this one, you can start your own magazine page. They get about 1 million unique visitors each month, so you definitely want to check it out. There's all kind of great features. A lot of Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, Empress of Biz, Roving Pittsburgh Reporter, all kind of fun stuff like that. The Baker Street Solutions, Traveling Granny Globe Trotting Memoirs. So there's all kind of crazy. Black Tie Pittsburgh, all kind of craziness there. So that's pplmag.com. We have a cool show for you guys tonight. If you are familiar with, even if you're not, I write for the magazine Blues Rock Review. And the latest album that I reviewed for them is this one right here. Now, we were going to just kind of put it as our backing music for tonight. It's the latest album from Government Mule, the Telstar Sessions, and you can read my review at bluesrockreview.com. But the Telstar Sessions is the original lineup of Government Mule when they first got together back in '94, featuring Matt Abst and Alan Woody, not to be confused with Woody Allen.
Oh,
Woody Allen was not in the band.
What about Woody Harrelson?
But it's a really great record. It's their demo, and Warren Haynes went back and remastered and tweaked some mixes around and stuff. And it's pretty much, there's very few overdubs. It's just them being a great band, 3 guys jamming together in the studio. Sounds great. There's a lot of great tunes on it. Some of the songs made their way onto the Government Mule debut, and some of them made them onto Dose, but there's some that you never heard anywhere, like their version of ZZ Top's Just Got Paid, which is really kick-ass. So very cool stuff. So anyways, guys, you're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. We got Katie Simone in the house with us tonight. What's up, Katie Simone?
The sky. Not me. I'm tired.
Wrong?
Very tired.
Aww.
I'm always tired. I think I got like narcolepsy or something, but now I got beer though.
So. Beercalepsy. I have beercalepsy.
I heard somebody come up with the phrase drunkalepsy the other night.
Drunkalepsy?
Like talking about somebody falling asleep at the bar. It's like, that's drunkalepsy. I'm like, that's kind of good, actually. I like that.
That is good.
I'd like to start using that.
As opposed to spaghettification.
What's that?
I know. See, this is like, you post these pictures sometimes on Facebook and you say something, you're drunk, go home. Well, scientists have come up with this term to describe what happens to people in a black hole, and they call it spaghettification. And I just want to say, science, you're drunk, go home.
That's like
spaghettification.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And then they said you get spaghettified.
Spaghettified.
Oh, you spaghettified.
Spaghetti.
That's like hipster Italian people. I've been watching the Sopranos on the because I never saw it before, and it's on it's on Amazon Prime, and I've been downloading them and watching them. So it's just like something that seems like that gets spaghettified. Anyways, that show makes me hungry. They're always eating good food. Tonight we're going to talk a little. We're going to touch on a subject, and I really wanted your opinion on this, Katie, because you have what's that thing called? Your girly parts.
Oh.
And so since you're a girly, I want to get your opinion on sexism. And especially like in the hard rock realm, we're going to talk about this. I watched a whole bunch of videos this week, and I'll tell you why later on, of heavy metal female singers. And man, the hate messages that they get, it just blows my mind. So I wanted to kind of get we're going to get with that, but we got some great music. And the night I'm just prattling on, I'm just yak, 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 yak. So I'm going to stop my yak yakking, and I'm going to play some tunage for y'alls, for yinses, guys. This is California Breed. We'll just go ahead and play, and we'll talk about it in a second. But California Breed, called The Way, from their self-titled album California Breed, on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Slow beside the river down in Mexico. I ain't no money making you say, but I got soul you got to believe.
To melt the headphones off.
Right.
California Breed. Yeah, did you? I don't know if you saw the bio. Did you see? You know who that is singing?
That's Glenn Hughes.
That's Glenn Hughes. Yeah.
Wow.
With Jason Bonham on drums, and it's a killer, just like out of this world.
Yeah, some okay players on that track.
Yeah,
they're okay.
Yeah, they're just all right. But I love Glenn. I mean, it's like he's closing in on 70, and he just is like he sounds as vicious as ever. You know what I mean?
That's what a screamer.
Yeah, I mean that's just like unbelievable. But you can. They don't have an official website. You go to their Facebook. It's facebook.com/California Breed, and they haven't done anything in a little while. They did this in 2014. But as you know, Glenn plays with like a lot of people. He's in Black Country Communion, and he does a whole bunch of other stuff. So he's always got different projects. So this is, kind of just another thing that he's involved in. Just like the band we're listening to right now, Warren Haynes. He's like always involved in something else. You know what I mean? He's always doing something. So you have to really respect that. So how many bands are you in now, Katie?
I can't even keep track. I'm technically only a member of 2 bands. I'm a sub.
Bull.
I know, right?
Come on, you need at least 4.
I know. Well, no, I'm like a sub in like every other band that I sing with. Just like a fill-in. But no, I'm technically only a member of 2. And, just kind of singer for hire.
I was thinking of a song. Now, if Ridgemont High would learn this song,
are you listening, boys?
I think that like it would just be like amazing.
What song?
Now, you may not even know it. It's a pretty obscure. It's a one-hit wonder from the 80s.
Lay it on me.
On the Loose by Saga.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, that is a freaking great. I'll have to play it for you.
Yeah, play it for me.
Yeah, I'll
before I leave.
I'll play it for you. It's a killer jam. They were a Canadian band, kind of progressive, but they had this one hit, like in the early '80s, called "On the Loose."
And like we were talking earlier, whenever you were going over my song list, you know it, just don't remember like what it's called. I may know it to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the same thing. There's like bands like U2 who write songs and they never say the name of the song in the song. You just it kind of goes like, and the guitar's like, din, 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 din. Oh, that's called bad. Oh,
yeah,
it never says bad in the whole song.
It's because it's bad. It's bad. It's a bad tune. That's my favorite U2 song.
Is it?
It is.
No, get out.
That's my favorite U2 song. It's my dad's favorite too. Yeah.
Oh, did you and your dad bond over that song?
He played the living hell out of U2 when I was growing up, so I had no choice.
See, I did not. I figured your dad for more of a Skinner guy, but he's like U2. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, there's some...
I meant no disparity. I was just saying.
Nah, I mean, there's, he's definitely, I got a little fondness for some of that Southern rock kind of stuff too, but yeah, no, definitely, he's a big prog guy, likes U2.
Prog.
Not that U2's prog, but I mean, like, he likes Rush and Yes, Genesis and stuff, and Yin's guys. Yin's too.
He likes Sam Yin's.
Yin's too.
Let's go, I wanted to ask you a question. I mean, I've been exploring. I've been like getting my metal on in the past couple of weeks. I've been listening to a lot of liquid metal on Sirius, and just kind of like just been kind of like re-embracing my metal. And I don't know what caused me to do it. It was just by serendipity, but I heard some. How you do on YouTube, you find one thing and it leads you to the next thing and the next thing. You start.
Yep.
And so I apparently clicked on some. I was getting into some groove metal and listening to Pantera, and I found this band called Cowgirls from Hell.
Okay.
And it's all girl tribute to Pantera. Very cool. They've got a great. Like an album trailer that they did, and I think they sound great. I think they have the whole vibe going on. But man, the hate.
Oh.
So what is that about? Because there's a lot of girls, there's a lot of ladies, females who are singing heavy music. I interviewed an artist. I think we've played him a number of times on the podcast, called Sate, who's from Canada, and her music is really heavy. And I can't imagine like feeling like I don't know what the problem is. What do you think the problem is?
I'm gonna go on record here and say this, and it's probably going to be controversial, and I'm sure people aren't going to like it. But
Oh my.
and I have nothing against metal. You know, people
We'll
who play
we'll
metal
have
who are
to
into
like
metal.
we'll edit this out later. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I have nothing
I asked
against
you, I
people.
want your-
I have
yeah.
nothing against people who are into that kind of music at all. I like some of it. It's not what I personally like to perform, but no, I get it. But I've noticed that a lot of men who are into that kind of music like it because it's very aggressive and it's something that they can relate to because they are, for whatever reason, insecure about themselves. And when they see a female who's strong getting involved in that type of music and who's, out there kicking ass and, hanging with the boys, I hate to use that term, but for lack of a better word, they feel threatened by it. And, especially in this day and age of YouTube and the internet, everybody is, 6'6" behind the computer screen. You know what I mean?
I know.
So I think I think anytime a woman is doing something that is seen as quote unquote a man's job, lots of men feel threatened by it.
Yeah.
They just don't think that there's enough room for everybody, and there is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I could see it. To me, when heavy music makes it, I don't see it. To me, that music just makes me feel like, yeah,
but you're not. You're not
let's go out and conquer the world. Men
Yeah.
and women. Like I don't feel
exactly.
Like,
But you're not a douchebag.
No.
Whew,
thank God. I wasn't sure what was about to come out of her mouth. You're not a.
I was trying to
You're
think.
not a
I was
heterosexual.
No, but you're not a douchebag. I mean, and this isn't just in metal music, though. I mean, I was at a blues jam the other night, and I was up on stage with another female singer who is up and coming, and,
Right.
she's just starting to, learn the ropes and stuff like that. And the person who was, doing the jam session wanted me to come up and, sing backup for her, kind of help her out. Well, she picked this blues song that had weird changes, and I'm not a guitar player or anything, but I know enough, to throw out chords and tell people what to do. She picked the song, and the band was just all over the place. And I just looked to the guys and like, just watch me for the changes, and they just laughed. I'm like, no, I know what the changes are, you assholes. I'm sorry. Can I say that?
Well,
But-
it's been said.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you want to
can't
bleep that
unsay
out.
it.
But no, it's all over the place, and you either learn to, just be. What did Chrissy Hines say? Chrissy Hines put this thing out a long time ago. Chrissy Hines' advice for chick rockers, and one of the pieces of advice she had was, "Don't whine about being a chick. Just write a loosely disguised song about your struggles and make tons of money off of it." And that's kind of, but it does suck. It sucks, if any. To be just, just kind of just thrown away just because of your gender or the color of your skin or, just the stupidest things that we shouldn't be, judging people on.
There's no way you could know anything because you're a girl.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to shift gears slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And because this is something that bothers me.
Is it that rash?
And it's I got that lotion, but I used it for something else. And anyway,
That you're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, but so here's something that kind of bugs me a little bit. There's these, and I've seen these videos. The greatest female drummers
Yes.
and the greatest female guitar players. Now, wait a minute. Guitar playing and drumming is not like football. It is not a contact sport. We do not need to put women in a separate category for that stuff. I can kind of understand vocals because women have a completely different sort of timbre and sort of sound and thing that
Right.
they do vocally that
Right.
does not. So I could kind of understand where maybe if you wanted to talk about female vocalists versus male vocal, not versus, like it's a competition, but just it's separating those two categories.
categorizing. Yeah.
Categorizing.
And-
But when it comes to guitar or drums or bass or whatever, you're a great guitar player. It doesn't matter if you have a woo-hoo-hoo down there or a wee-wee-wee down there. It's right?
No, that's always bothered me immensely. I think
I think
the thing that bothers me the most is you'll see the list the top 50 greatest female guitar players. You never see the list that says top 50 greatest male guitar players. It's always greatest guitar players of all time.
Exactly.
But we only need to label it if they have tits and a vagina.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
We're not allowed to say vagina.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just teasing. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
The word itself makes some men feel very uncomfortable. Vagina.
Vagina. From
Any
the
Big Lebowski? Yes.
From the Big,
Johnson?
you mean Johnson?
Yeah, but Johnson. You mean coitus? Oh my god, best movie ever. But yeah, no, that always bothered me, and I'm glad you brought it up because I've talked about it before, and people were like, "You're just being ridiculous." Shut up.
You're either a great guitar player, or I mean, there's a lot of great guitar players. So like, it's just put everybody in, and like, it doesn't need to be like women's basketball or something. It's
Exactly.
Not, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my feeling of it, and I think that I mean, there's a lot of great guitar players who happen to be women, and it's just like I think that by like having their own category, kind of in and of itself is sexist. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know what we do about that. But it's just out there. It's just one of those things that as a society we just probably haven't moved on from. Away from.
And I mean, who knows if that's something that's going to change in the next like 15 years. I mean, we're becoming a lot more open-minded as a society, I think, what with, acceptance of people, identifying as different genders or more genders, two genders at once. It's just all kinds of things like that. And I mean, I'm starting.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Like the best transgendered guitar players?
I know, and the thing is, I mean, they're out there.
The best cross-dressed guitar players.
They're out there. I mean,
and then like, I mean, seriously, like if somebody said like, well, here's the best black guitar players. I mean, people would be like, oh my god.
Exactly. Here's the best Latino guitar player.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
what I mean?
yeah, I mean, and it's like, we shouldn't be breaking it down that way.
Yeah, we shouldn't be.
It's like we shouldn't be breaking it down according to sex. And the thing that I find kind of disturbing about it a little bit, just it's going right along with what you're saying, is like most of the people that put these lists up, like, give it to the chick rockers and all this stuff like that, are like, they're very well-meaning. Mm-hmm. They really think that, like, they want to give women, and I agree with that. I can't disagree with that. But I just find that when I hear that, I kind of like, I kind of like,
Yeah.
It just doesn't, like, no, they're just great musicians, and it's irrelevant that they're whether they're women or men or I guess if you wanted to sort of acknowledge the struggle of women in music, you know what I mean,
and
wanted
that.
to kind of like sort of like praise that somehow. It's difficult, right?
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand it. I understand where you're coming from on that, because I mean, there's plenty of women who have, broken ground and, been dealt crazy hands, you know what I mean? And like had to go through some insane, terrible stuff to, get things leveled out for anybody who wants to come.
Turn your mic off now.
Level things out for those to come. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Ronnie Spector. Look at what she went through being married to Phil Spector. I mean,
But don't you think that see, okay, like, and you could talk about Ike and Tina and everything, but I kind of see the relationship thing as, now maybe I'm wrong, see the relationship thing as separate. I mean, there's a lot of people who make bad decisions in relationships.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
There's a lot of, it isn't just in music.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, like Ike and Tina, I mean, is, terrible as it is, I don't even know how to say this the right way, but would she have ever been a star if she didn't get involved with him and put up with him for years?
That's the craziness of life.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most stuff, and we can't be politically correct all the time about stuff, because sometimes what you just said is just what happens.
Yeah, I mean, and the same thing happened with Ronnie Spector. I mean, she married Phil and was a prisoner in her own home for like 15 years. And like, I mean, these chicks are, they did something that nobody else was doing at the time.
Katie said chick, not me.
Hey, yeah, whatever. If you have a problem with that, I'll tell you what you can do later.
Nice.
That's another thing. Somebody told me I was referring to a friend of mine who's a female musician. Like, yeah, this other chick singer I know. I can't believe you said that. And this was another woman saying, I'm like, shut up. Go cry on Tumblr or whatever you pseudo feminists do these days. Seriously.
Anyways, I want to direct everybody to an article real quick, and we're not going to read this because I believe that Katie's assessment of the situation really nailed it. But there's a cool article on bitchmedia.org, smashing through boundaries, heavy metal's racism and sexism problem, and I think that it's a really good article, and maybe at another time we will delve a little deeper into this, but there's a lot of ladies, and this article gets into the idea that there's also a lot of ladies of color playing super heavy music, and that there's a lot of negative reaction to it. I love it. I mean, we interviewed Sate, and I just, oh man, that woman, I would just do anything for her. I mean, I just absolutely think she kicks ass. And when I see women out there just, putting out their art like that, I find that very attractive. I think people that can express themselves and are kind of unafraid of that, to me, that is gorgeous. That's beauty. It doesn't matter if it's heavy metal or if it's opera or classical or whatever it is. And anyways, it's a great article. I learned some stuff that I did not know. There's some... now, I don't know if this is true, but the article opens up with a story about Phil Anselmo from Pantera at a gig honoring the band's... where they did a tribute to Dimebag Darrell. He gave a straight-armed, sort of Nazi salute and yelled "white power" from the stage. Now, I don't know if that is true. That's in the article, so I was kind of shocked. But there is a sort of thing, and there aren't a lot of people of color that sort of flow to the forefront in this style of music. And I don't think it's because they don't like this kind of music or they don't want to play this kind of music. I think that they're getting pressured from both sides. And was a great documentary I watched on Netflix about a year ago with the bass player from King's X, Doug Pinnick, talking, and some other people talking about, the guys from Fishbone, talking about why black people can't play rock.
Wow.
We want to play rock. We like rock. We're not.
Yeah.
No, we don't all want to play hip hop.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of we think music is so open and we're all together and it's la la la. But there are some issues here, and I just wanted to kind of bring it up a little bit tonight. Not to put a downer or a negativity thing on it, but just to kind of raise a little awareness and to encourage everybody. I don't care. I have a buddy of mine. He's from right across the border. In West Virginia, and he's a gentleman of color, and he's an amazing heavy metal guitar player. He's got endorsements with a lot of amp companies and stuff like that. So we kind of need to lose this, who plays what, and these sort of things. I think that we just kind of got used to certain ideas of things, but in the age of the internet, people are crossing every boundary, and it's all out there.
Yeah,
Want to add anything before we get into something else?
No, and I mean, I think that's the most inspiring thing, I mean, I remember, even as a kid, the first vocal coach I ever had, I was like, I really want to sing Led Zeppelin. You're a girl, you can't sing Led Zeppelin.
Oh, no!
It's actually, I'm a girl, and that I definitely can sing Led Zeppelin because I have the high range.
Sing Led Zeppelin better than most guys.
Yeah, and don't ever tell me that I can't do something because of my gender, and that's the same thing. If a boy wants to sing, I don't know, if he wants to sing Madonna, if he can pull it off and he likes it and makes him happy, who cares? There should be no purism in music. I'm sorry. I don't think there should be.
It should just be whatever. And I think a lot of...
As long as you don't suck, you know?
Well, that's the thing. If you do it good, you're good.
Yeah.
What's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, this is a cool article. This is a cool website, actually, bitchmedia.org. So check that out, Smashing Through Boundaries, Heavy Metal's Racism and Sexism Problem. And there's some other great articles about music and heavy rock and women and all kinds of cool stuff on here. So definitely, guys, it's a cool article, a lot of fun. You want to check it out. You are listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. I haven't given our website yet. It is LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com, and go and check that out. We really appreciate that. Go ahead and sign up, and you'll get these episodes sent right to your email, and you don't have to worry about missing anything. Let's play another Loudini artist here. This is a good buddy. Do you know Charlie?
I know Charlie very well, yeah.
Charlie's a good guy, and they got a new record out called Blues, Karma, and the Kitchen Sink. So it's really cool. This is Keep On Talking. Charlie Wheeler Band on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Well, lately I've been laying kinda low, sticking to the shadows in a place that I call home. But the people seem to bear witness, keeping their mind on my own business, telling everybody about the things they think they know. Well, now telling everybody about the things they think they know. Yeah, well, lately I've been keeping out of sight. I don't know what's doing, but I'm trying to do what's right. But the people, they keep on talking about the people I'm with and where I've been walking. I just disappear to the heat of the night. Lord, I just disappear to the heat of the night. But the people keep on talking anyway. I just do my best not to hear a damn word they say. At least I've seen the show. Boy, it seems they think they know. People keep on talking anyway. Ah, yeah. Where the people keep on talking anyway. Let's go.
All right, Charlie Wheeler Band. You can go to charliewheelerband.com. Blues, Karma, and the Kitchen Sink is the latest record from those guys. If you are local to the Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania area, they are playing around a lot. So you definitely check them out. Katie and I were just talking. I was telling her I'd seen them recently at Where did I tell you I saw them?
Is it Thunderbird?
Thunderbird, yeah, in Lawrenceville, and they put on a great show. Charlie's got a dynamite rhythm section. His bass player and drummer are they're just absolutely fantabulous. So you guys definitely want to check that out. Let's talk about what has happened on this day. Oh, real quick before we do that, I just want to say I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I highly recommend that you get this record. The Telstar Sessions. Before we go into this, because we're going to play some other music for this day in music, I want you to hear. Check this out. Tape's rolling. From the Telstar Sessions, Government Mule doing their version of "Just Got Paid" by ZZ Top. I think that's great.
That was, yeah,
It's vicious.
Holy
Yeah, the whole record is like really in your face. It's really them at their most hungry. I just absolutely love this record, and I mean, Government Mule really kept blues bass rock alive during grunge and post grunge and new metal, and like while all that other stuff was happening, these guys were constantly putting out records and doing great, and people buying them and checking them out. One of the things that was very cool about when they first broke, there was a Guitar Player magazine cover with him, with Warren Haynes and James Hetfield. They interviewed them together.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they were together, and it was very cool. And Warren James Hetfield was like, no, we are actually like really big Government Mule fans. Like we listened to them on the bus, and I think that kind of really gave those Government Mule a boost. So it was very cool. But anyway, so Government Mule, the Telstar Sessions, I highly recommend you guys check it out. You can read more about it at bluesrockreview.com. Okay, and this day in music, now all kind of cool stuff. You know, it's always something cool, isn't it, Katie? Isn't there always like something happening?
Oh, every day.
Every day in music. So let's go to our playlist here for this wonderful day. What is this today? Today's the 22nd. Oh, Lord God, help me out. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, so this day in music. Yeah, it's, by the way, real quick, it's Leslie West's birthday. So happy birthday to Mr. West. Let me give him a little more boost there. Great jam, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. On this day in music... Why don't you talk about this, since we were talking about ladies in music?
Okay, 1966, the Supremes became the first female group to have a #1 album on the U.S. chart with The Supremes A Go-Go, knocking the Beatles' Revolver from the top of the charts.
An album. Not like they had a single.
But an actual
album. I mean, that's huge.
Huge. It's huge.
Are you a Beach Boys fan?
Oh, of course I am. I just saw Brian Wilson a few weeks ago.
I love the colorful clothes you wear and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
Okay. On this day, in 1966, the Beach Boys' Good Vibrations made its debut on the U.S. singles charts, written by Brian Wilson and Mike Love. Mike Love. I wish my name was Mike Love.
I'm glad you're not Mike Love, though. He was a douchebag.
Douchebag.
He's a douchebag.
The word for today is douchebag.
Well, it's the only somewhat bad word I think I can say without getting censored.
The track was recorded check this out. The track was recorded over 6 weeks in 4 different Los Angeles studios at a cost of $16,000. In 66, what's 16? That'd be like $160,000 today. Okay, one song. The recording engineer would later say that the last take sounded exactly like the first 6 months earlier. The record would reach number 1 in the U.S. charts in December of 1966. But such an amazing sound. You know,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, the Beatles were seriously intimidated. This is something people don't realize. The Beatles were seriously intimidated by the Beach Boys.
Were they really?
Yes. When the Beach Boys put out Pet Sounds, the Beatles were like, "Oh my God! Like, how are we gonna like make something that sounds this good?" You know. But speaking of the Beatles, why don't you tell this little story right here?
In 1969, Paul McCartney publicly denied rumors that he was dead. The most recent of many...
I am not dead, contrary to common belief, probably.
The most recent of many clues of this death hoax was the fact that he was the only barefoot Beatle on the newly released Abbey Road LP cover. The story was actually started as a prank by Fred LeBar, a sports and arts writer for the student paper The Michigan Daily at the University of Michigan.
U of M. See all the trouble you guys start over there.
Seriously, man. Can you guys just,
Jesus.
keep it to yourselves?
Yeah, just, knock that off.
Stop.
I mean, just
Stop it.
Stop already, okay?
If I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, child, come with me. It's to a castle.
Okay, why I love this. Isn't this such a cool jam,
Oh,
Katie?
it is.
Well, what's to be, they say.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so on this day in music, in '69, Led Zeppelin II was released. Atlantic Records. The Jimmy Page produced album was recorded over 6 months between 4 European and 3 American tours. So between touring, they're running into the studio and recording this thing.
Right.
Both peaked at number 1. It's about as high as you get. In
Yeah.
both the U.S. and U.K., going on to sell over 12 million copies in the U.S. alone, spending 138 weeks on the U.K. chart. The album is now recognized by writers and music critics as one of the greatest, most influential rock albums ever recorded. I own it on vinyl.
Yes.
I love this record.
Yes.
Yes.
Phil, our boy Phil Collins, 1988, started a 2-week run at number 1 with the U.S. singles charts with Groovy Kind of Love. That's definitely not one of my favorite Phil Collins songs.
I can't even think of it right now.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I didn't even put it in the thing because it's so far away from anything
Yeah.
we do. But I mean, it's hard to believe that song was. It's weird. Like music today seems to kind of come and go so quickly that something like that would spend all that time at the top of the charts. But okay, why don't you tell everybody you two did something?
In 1988, U2 scored their 4th UK #1 album with a double set and film soundtrack for Rattle and Hum, featuring their first UK #1 single, Desire.
I saw the film in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I went to see it. It's very cool. Some of the songs in the film are different versions than on the record.
That's right.
So, which was kind of, it's just one of those kind of cool things that makes you go kind of check it out and stuff like that. What else happened? Pearl Jam played their first ever concert as Pearl Jam when they appeared at the Off-Ramp in Seattle in 1990. And just a few years later, they were one of the biggest things ever in music.
Now, what year did 10 come out? 91?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, early 90s.
Yeah.
So, why don't we we already did a Beatles thing, so let's kind of move on. This is weird. Tell us about this thing right here.
In 1999, it was reported that Sinead O'Connor was attempting to buy the church where she was ordained into the Catholic Sisterhood. The church was on the market for £70,000.
See, okay, wait a minute. I thought that she was like, she tore tears up
yeah,
a
she
picture
tore
of
up the photo of the
what's,
Pope.
What's the deal?
I
Yeah,
love
exactly.
Sinead, incredible artist, but she's kind of whacked.
Yeah, just
little messed up.
yeah, craziness. In 2000, George Michael paid 1.45 million pounds for the Steinway piano on which John Lennon wrote Imagine. George said, I know that when my fingers touch the keys of that Steinway, I will feel truly blessed. And parting with my money has never been much of a problem. Just ask my accountant. His singer outbid Robbie Williams and the Oasis brothers.
Well, out of that grouping of artists, I'm glad George got it.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I'm agree with you. This is weird. What is this?
In 2005, Waterloo by ABBA was voted the best song in the history of the Eurovision Song Contest. Viewers in 31 countries across Europe voted during a special show in Copenhagen to celebrate the annual event's 50th birthday. Have you ever read into the like done any research about the Eurovision Song Contest?
What is that?
It's this contest every year where all these countries get together and they present, like, each country presents a song and they like compete to see who the winner is. Like, it's like the best song out of like X amount of countries. And it's actually kind of cool. Like, some of the songs that have been on, been featured, like Waterloo, and like some of them actually were big hits, But it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Very interesting to read about.
Thank you for filling us in on it, because that's not something I know about at all. We already mentioned Leslie West's birthday. It's born on this day in 1946 was Eddie Brigati, the vocalist for the Young Rascals. Groovin'.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah, I didn't get it programmed in.
In 1956, Stiv Bators, the lead singer of the Dead Boys, the Wanderers, and the Lords of the New Church. I love Stiv Bators.
You love Stiv Bators?
Stiv Bators was awesome, man.
It's also this guy's birthday.
Oh, stop.
We want some bombastic, romantic.
I'm surprised you didn't play It Wasn't Me.
I was going to. I actually was going to put them both in, because I'm a closet Shaggy fan. But
I never knew that about
But
you.
born on this day, English rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, film director, Plan B, born. Oh, wait a minute, I'm reading the wrong one here. Where is it? Okay, here's born on this day in 1968. Shaggy, or his real name is Orville Richard Burrell. So he was born on this day in 1968. So happy birthday to Orville, also known as Shaggy. Are you a Shelby Lynn fan?
I don't really know much about Shelby Lynn.
Shelby Lynn was born on this day in 1968 as well. 1976 on this day, John Foreman, lead singer and guitarist from the band Switchfoot.
Oh, they had that one song out that was really
one
big.
Song by those people that did that thing.
Yeah.
And then these guys have a birthday.
Oh! I'm 8 years old again.
I'm 28 years old again.
Oh my god, I loved this band when they came out, and I had a poster of them. And my dad was like, "Why do you like this crap? They look like girls."
I'm listening to a book on Audible right now by David Wilcock. I don't know if you know who he is. David Wilcock is he's a presenter on he's a presenter. He's one of the commentators on the biggest, most popular show on the History Channel called Ancient Aliens. And but he's talking a little bit. Told us in his newest book, he talks a little bit about his early life growing up, and he said that he heard ABBA, Dancing Queen, and he loved it. And he went home and then asked his parents. His dad was a rock journalist, and he said to his dad, he's like, "Why don't we listen to ABBA?" He's like, "Son, we don't listen to disco in this house. Disco sucks." He goes, and that was the last word on the subject. But I like this too. This is infectious.
And it doesn't change chords at all, does it? Yeah.
It's got the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I saw I may have told this story before, but I saw Hailstorm when they were like this, when they were about this age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were just young kids. Their dad was managing them, David. He was playing bass with them, and Lizzie was singing, and her brother was playing the drums, and it was them. But they were really they looked like that.
Oh, wow.
Because they were like just kids, about 14.
Yeah.
So anyway, so happy birthday to let me get to the thing.
Oh, it's 1985. Zachary Walker Hansen, the guitar player and keyboard player of Hanson.
Yeah.
So he was the young one, the baby, I think.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Zachary.
I like Taylor personally.
You like Taylor?
I like Taylor.
Do you have all his posters?
I did, and I drew little hearts on them. And
okay, we're gonna wrap up the podcast in a second here when we come back. But I want to play. I have to play this band because this. Oops, I gotta find the right thing. This is a band called Deap Vally, and this is from their album Sistronics. Baby, I Call Hell. Deap Vally on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circuit. Okay, that is Deap Vally. Deap Vally. And let's go ahead and give you guys about that. That's DEAP VALLY. That's from their album Sistronics. They've got a new record out. Katie, you have to see this. Okay. This is the name of their new album. It is called
Femigism.
It's their new album.
That's
it's just
great.
out. Femigism.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you want to go to DEAPVALLY.com. I think these girls are really, really cool.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
They have some great videos. They have a great sense of humor about what they do and everything. It's very, very cool. But great heavy rock by the ladies. So we're happy to like play that for him. This is the weekend, and all kind of good stuff is going on. So, Katie, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what you have coming up this week, the 22nd through Halloween? What you got going on?
Oh my God, I'm playing.
We're doing a Halloween spooktacular. I don't know. Hopefully, you can. Can you do another podcast?
I might be able to. We'll figure it out.
Okay, because I want to have Kevin down too. I want to get do a whole thing. But go ahead.
So, how many times am I playing? Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm playing 5 times this week. You can go to my website, www.katiesimonemusic.com, and find out where I'm playing. I'm playing with literally everybody that I play with in this coming week, so
nice.
It's pretty ridiculous. I hope I have a voice by the end of the week.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, the 29th, my 80s band, Ridgemont High, is playing at the Wicked Googly in Ligonier for a Halloween party, and I'm going to be Jem from Jem and the Holograms, the cartoon. It'd be cool if you could pull up the Jem theme song right now, but I don't think it's available on Napster.
I don't know.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Look at these mullets.
Yeah, isn't that? Anyway, so we're gonna end up with a song here that I told Katie her band should do. On the Loose by Saga. We're going to get to that in a second. We're gonna wrap up. But you guys have been listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. That is LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. One more shout out to my sponsor, Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine. That is PPLMag.com. We are prominently featured there, along with a lot of other very cool stuff, so you want to check it out. If you like a lot of indie rock, you understand that the best music is not being played on by corporate media. You definitely want to go to supportindierock.com and help us to keep things going and to do even more to support this great music out there that really deserves a better shake than it's getting. That is supportindierock.com. I was, as Katie and I were talking earlier, I was saying, her band, her 80s band, Ridgemont High, should play this song. And we're gonna end with it here in a second, but I just wanted to say, guys, thanks so much for listening, and be aware of that. The women out there are doing it, and they're doing it. They're just great musicians, just like the rest of us are. No matter, it's irrelevant what you got between your legs, right?
Exactly. It's about how you do it, not what you're doing it with. It's true.
Exactly. So I couldn't have said it better myself. So you guys listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, guys, thanks so much for listening. Katie, thanks so much for coming out today. It was great to see you. You're looking fantastic, by the way. She's got these sexy ass ripped jeans on. She's got the total rock and roll thing going on.
And a flannel. I look like I could be. I feel like I should audition for the Bullet Boys or something. Or what was the movie from Airheads? What was the name of the band in Airheads? I feel like I kind of have that vibe going on.
There you go, Airhead Band.
Yeah. That best movie ever, by the way. I ain't farting on no snare drum.
No, the best movie with drums ever is Step Brothers. Here's the Step Brothers.
No.
Where the guy puts his scrot on his brother's drums. He put his balls on my drums. Oh, it's out of control. It's out of control. It's out of control. Anyway, so guys, thanks so much for listening. We're gonna wrap up with On the Loose by Saga on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Guys, thanks so much for listening.